G'day, my name's Cozzy, and a few years ago I bought a cattle farm right here in Cambodia. Why did I do that? Well, I'll tell you a little bit later on, but before we go any further, I better tell you about Cambodia.
I've been so blessed in my life just by being born in Australia for starters, so I wanted to give something back. How can we all sit back while others in the world are struggling so badly? That's why I started Cows for Cambodia. Cambodians have been through hell and back and struggled so much, but despite everything that's stacked up against them, they are so happy. Unlike the Western world, almost all Cambodians live out in the countryside, and if you own a cow, you're set for life. The trouble is, at around $700 US a cow, it's a luxury few can afford. A cow provides the family with a baby calf every single year that they can then sell, and owning a cow doubles their income from selling that calf. Therefore, the poverty cycle is broken. Now, I don't believe in giving handouts because I don't think it works, but I do believe in giving opportunities. We don't just give cows away, we simply loan them. We're basically a bank that instead of loaning money, we loan pregnant cows. The families care for our cow and they get to keep the baby for free. Each family signs a contract that ensures that our cows are cared for properly, and they're also checked every 2 weeks. It is absolutely essential that my cows are the healthiest cows in Cambodia. My background's in agriculture, and I personally go to Cambodia with my best mate Tomo 4 times a year to care for the charity's cows.
Open wide.
Hey, this is pretty cool. A group of South Australians came over and actually bought 3 cows, and this is a calf from one of their cows. So it's great for them to see that their charity dollars were well spent in the first place.
Best of all, I'm now taking Aussies over to Cambodia with me.
We'll give her a drench.
To be part of my charity and actually work in the village as well.
Love the fact we've got Maury here from Balaclava, isn't it?
Yes, that's the one, yes.
Balaclava, working hard. We've got Hazel from down south of Adelaide.
These people from Australia, most with no experience on farms at all, can come over here and join me in Cambodia on these fundraising tours I run 4 times a year. Now, the welfare of our cows in Cambodia is number one, so every trip we make sure they've all had their vaccination, drenches and vitamin shots. It's great to be able to help the Cambodian farmers ensure that their cows grow strong and healthy and are totally disease-free. That way they're going to produce beautiful little calves. My dream's to bring over Australian cattle to join my project here in Cambodia. Why is that? Well, Australian cattle are far superior to the ones that we've been buying in Cambodia. To be able to share our superior genetics from our cattle in Australia would be a gift to Cambodia like no other. I'm only going to work harder and harder on this charity because my goal is to have 1,000 cows in this project. That means that roughly every year, around about 1,000 newborn calves will be born, and those 1,000 families will no longer be poor. How good would that be?
Welcome back, folks. We're having a look around our charity Cows for Cambodia, located about 15 kilometres outside of Siem Reap. This charity is all about empowering people with a cow. We basically give them a free cow. It's like a cow bank of sorts. But it's much more than that. We're trying to increase the nutrition of our cows. The healthier our cows are, the happier, which is why the first job we've got is planting king grass. That's what we're about to do.
I take groups of Aussies over on fundraising trips to work with me on the charity in Cambodia. They do some fundraising for the charity and I get to show them exactly where their money's spent. It's a travel experience like no other, where you're absolutely immersed in the culture, helping with lots of projects just like this one.
This is king grass. It's one of the fastest growing grasses in the world and nobody grows it in this whole area. So we've actually bought this king grass from a place about 350 kilometres away and we've imported it in. It's kind of like a bamboo sugarcane type grass, but it grows really quick. So for us to grow it here, it grows from cutting. So you've got to go 3 nodules down and then cut. You then take that, put 2/3 of it in the soil, up to there, and then it grows.
There's practically no English spoken in the village that we work in Cambodia, but the village kids are starting to learn English at a school which we built for them. They're super pumped to mingle with the Aussies and they always are so interested in anything that we're doing.
A big way forward is to educate the kids, just by them watching what we're doing is really good.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
The Cambodians obviously have very little, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a really hard thing to explain, but you just look in their eye and you know that they appreciate what you're doing for them, so that's great.
Cambodians don't know it, but they're standing on an asset that can help them so much. It's water, and it's right under their feet, and it's not too deep either. There is loads of unutilised groundwater, but the Cambodians can't afford the pipes or the pumps. That's where we come in. After a few flat-out hours planting and fertilising king grass, we fired up something that we've introduced to the village: irrigation.
The moment those sprinklers went on was just amazing. It was just relief, you know, and it just means all that hard work is, you know, paid off basically.
That is how you plant king grass Australian style. So we've nailed it here. I am so excited to see how this grass is going in a month from now and 12 months from now. Like I said, it's one of the fastest growing grasses in the world. And to you guys, thank you!
Only 14 days after we planted our grass, our Cambodian farm manager Jet sent me these photos of how our field was now looking. Then, 32 days after we planted the king grass, Jet sent me a video message that absolutely blew me away.
Hello, my boss. Please just have a look at our grass. I think the grass is really good. You just see here. They're really tall. I stand here. Can you see me? It's nearly above my head already, you see? Just very tall, so really good design.
It was only 15 days after that I was getting videos sent back by the boys that had now started harvesting the grass.
Hello, Kosi. Today we are cutting the grass, the king grass for our cows. Now Chit is the good boy and he's collecting the grass, and his brother Vin is cutting. Oh, okay, hello Chit, how are you? Hello.
Oh, hey, how rude of me. Let's stop it here for a second. I didn't introduce you to Chip. He's my favourite Cambodian kid, and I know you shouldn't have favourites. I actually employ his dad to work on our farm. Now, Chip's only 11 years old, but after school every day he works with our cows. In fact, he's actually formed a special bond with our bull. Nobody handles that bull better than Chip, and he's only 11 years old, and the bull, well, he'd almost be a ton. It's absolutely awesome to watch.
Can you say hello to Kasi? Hello, Kasi, how are you? Okay, I'm fine.
In the middle of the dry season, where there's not a blade of grass anywhere in Cambodia, for the first time ever in their lives, our cows were eating green grass. Job done.
They are very happy eating. Very yummy. So they have new food and healthy.
In fact, I was so happy to reward Chip. I sent over $15 so he could buy a whole new set of clothes for the work that he'd done on the grass and with our bull. Have a look at him. He's proud as. Coming up after the break, what was it that I filmed over in Cambodia and put on my Facebook page that got almost 500,000 views? I'll show you shortly, and all I can say is brace yourself. Cambodia is one of the poorest countries in Southeast Asia. 1/3 of the population lives below the poverty line. And another third lives on less than $2 a day. Cows for Cambodia loans cows to families, and then the family gets to keep the calf, thus breaking the poverty cycle, as the family now has a cow that'll produce a baby calf of their own that they can sell every year. I work on the cows myself, and I gotta say, it's not always easy, especially one cow out of the entire herd that we've got in the program. And have a look at this. Here she comes.
Just Jet, no more cow in here. Chop. Too dangerous, chop. Right, watch your backs, this one's a bit. She's gonna go straight through, guys. Not all cows are created equal. This is SA14, and she's literally a cow. She's the biggest pain in the backside ever, and just to get her in for her vaccinations, her foot in mouth injections and her drench is very challenging. Okay, so we've finally got her in the crush. Now we'll tie her down. This is the hard thing about working in a third world country. We don't actually have the stuff that we need, like a really good set of cattle yards like we have in Australia would make this so much easier.
The job of running the charity in Cambodia is made much easier by our farm manager, Jet.
You know these youngest cows?
Ah.
Yeah. Behind the temple, biggest temple.
Ah, yes, okay.
Yeah, we must make sure that one inside, because this one has growing, right?
Jet is one of 10 children, and he was a monk for 9 years, and I now class him as one of my very best friends.
I was born in a poor family, so I understand exactly, deeply what is the poverty. I used to live in families that didn't have much money. Sometimes, when I went to school, while other kids, went and with some money to buy some cakes or ice cream, something. But for me, just sit and eat the rice, yes, that I, let's say, cooked by myself early in the morning, yes, like that. So I think that to help the poor people and to make the people, especially the kids, to have education is very important. The rice is heavy, but because we want to have the people, it's not heavy, it becomes lighter. To have the poor people, it is the main thing and very important. And I'm very proud to be part of the charity or Cow for Cambodia's project.
I am a massive people watcher, and Cambodia is one of the best places on earth just to sit back, relax, and watch the day-to-day goings-on in the villages. Every trip I see something that amazes me. No one does transportation quite like the Cambodians, and they sure know how to get the most out of their motorbike.
Okay, that was 5 people on the back of a motorbike. I can go one better because I just shot on my iPhone 7 people on one bike. Lehigh, bye-bye.
I whacked that video clip up on my Facebook page and it reached over 2 million people with about 500,000 views and over 3,500 shares. But you know, it's just classic Cambodia. You see stuff like that all the time. Coming up after the break, I'll show you what I believe could be the world's fastest donation process. I love it.
So we're going to stack them all at the end, then we're going to bring our tractors in, and then we're going to load them up, okay?
Welcome back, folks. My name's Cozzy and I'm showing you around a charity I set up in Asia called Cows for Cambodia. It's much more than just cows that we deal with. I also came up with the idea to do what I believe is the fastest donation in the world, from your pocket to that of the needy family on the other side of the world in under 2 hours. I call them rice runs, and when I'm in Cambodia, I write a Facebook post that says, if you donate $30 at that very moment, I take your donation, your family name, and a message you leave to the Cambodian people. I race straight out to the village, I buy the bag of rice, deliver them to the families, and take a photo of each bag and the family. Then I upload it back to my Facebook page so you can see where your money went. Pretty cool, hey? I take groups of Australians over on regular fundraising trips over to Cambodia to help me with the charity. You should come on one, they are truly awesome. Each group that comes over with me gets to help out with a rice run.
All right, guys, this is a rice run. I believe it's possibly the fastest donation in history. So the go is here that we get people to go on Facebook, and that was only like an hour and a half ago. These Australians have donated $30, which is 1 bag of rice, and now you guys here in Cambodia are going to deliver it. So it's 100% of their donated money goes into this bag of rice, which will feed a family for a month. So you're about to do a very cool thing. Are you guys ready to go?
Yeah! You deserve to love yourself and share that feeling. We can start a fire with a spark. I will give you all the time that you've been needing. You don't have to worry about your little heart. You deserve to love yourself and share.
Rice is so important to Cambodians. In actual fact, they spend about 30% of their annual income buying rice.
We just found some really, really worthy people. Wish we had more rice to give away. 7.5 tonnes is a heck of a lot of rice, but we could have done with at least twice that much.
Every single Cambodian family has an amazing story which reminds you of how hard their day-to-day lives actually are.
We met a really lovely family. She had 4 children. One of her children had lost her leg.
She's 12 years old, and 1 year ago she went up to the cashew trees, and she fell down from the tree.
I cried when we were there. To hear that that young girl probably wouldn't have lost her leg if she was in a Western country was just crazy to hear.
She was brought to the hospital, and the doctor said that her leg must be chopped off, and then 1 year already, so she can't go to school anymore.
The way she was living was really basic, didn't have a lot, so that rice is providing so much for her. I did have a good cry in the background, and just feeling those emotions when you do meet people like that.
It is an absolutely unforgettable day doing one of these rice runs in Cambodia. It can also be pretty emotional for those Australians that are over helping me out on these fundraising trips.
We came across a funeral, but the lady had died only 5 o'clock the night before, and the husband didn't have enough money or rice to feed the funeral wake, I guess, for want of a better word. So we found out about him somehow, and we took him 3 bags of rice. People were coming from everywhere for their celebration of the funeral. Very emotional. A couple of us, during the day we shed tears, and it was really nice. He was grateful. And so it was really good.
Sadly, we've got to wrap it up from here in Cambodia, but I just wanted to say that if you've liked what you've seen, we are doing more trips over here, hosted by myself here in Cambodia. I want you to be involved in my charity, and I always say it's not about donating, it's about participating. So if you are interested in joining me in Cambodia, then head to the website right here. We've got 3 more trips coming up, and I want to see you on it.
Flick us an email and send us your details, and we'll send you some information on dates for upcoming trips. Each trip we work with the cows, work with the local school, plant or cut king grass for the cows, and do what I think's the world's fastest donation, the rice runs. Last time we delivered 7.5 tons of rice. So come and join me in Cambodia and let me show you around this amazing place on a trip that you'll never forget. Or hey, if you've got a few dollars to spare, we would love any donations to help us continue our work right here in Cambodia. Head to the website now to donate, and we're fully tax deductible. Thanks so much.
It's been the most amazing experience coming to Cambodia for this trip. It was something that I never thought I'd be able to do, and I'm so glad I have done it. There's been so many times when I've just wanted to pinch myself that I can hardly believe that I am doing here in this place, doing this thing.
Thanks for your support. Catch you later. Lehigh, bye-bye.
Thanks for supporting Cows for Cambodia, and don't forget, if you want to join me in Cambodia, I do 4 fundraising trips every single year, and it's a travel experience like nothing else. Cowsforcambodia.com has all the info.